Peace to you, brother. You're not here by accident. You didn't just click this video. This moment was meant to find you. Some things in life are random. This isn't one of them. But before we begin, please subscribe to our channel because someone has been thinking about you. Not in passing, not in lust, in a way that shakes them to the core. They've been carrying words for weeks, months, maybe longer, starting and stopping, crumpling pages, praying for the right time, asking God if they should send them at all. And now they know it's time. What they've written isn't casual. It's not just a note. It's a proposal, a promise, a commitment. They've wrestled with this, fought their own doubts, faced their fears, waited until they were sure. They talked to God about you more than once. They asked for signs. They asked for clarity. They asked for peace. And every time your name stayed in their heart, even when they tried to push it away, even when they tried to move on, it stayed. This letter is their yes. Yes to you. Yes to forever. Yes to building something real. They've been watching how you move, your strength, your patience, your faith, the way you carry yourself. They noticed your smile, your laugh, your resilience, the way you stay grounded when life gets heavy. And here's the thing, they're not guessing anymore. They're not confused. They're not seeing how it goes. They're sure this isn't a crush. It's not infatuation. It's conviction. They see you as an answered prayer, and they're ready to act. They've been preparing for this, saving, planning, talking to the people they trust. Some have already bought the ring. They're not coming empty-handed. They're coming with a plan, with vision, with responsibility. They want to marry you, not because they're lonely, not because they're desperate, but because they believe you are the one God intended. They fasted about this, prayed about this, sought wisdom, and the answer didn't change. It was still you. They wrote about how you changed them, how you challenged them to grow, how your presence gave them clarity, how your spirit made them feel safe. They wrote about the way you inspire them, the way you encourage their purpose, the way you remind them who they're meant to be. They've studied the details, noticing what others overlook, the little habits, the things you care about, the way you speak to people, and in all of it, they see home. They know life won't be perfect, but they're ready for the work, ready for the fight, ready for the faith it takes to build a life together. They don't just want a wedding day. They want a marriage that lasts. They want a legacy. They're not coming to compete with your calling. They want to protect it, support it, stand beside it. They've asked God for the words, and these are them. They wrote, I want to walk with you in purpose. I want to pray with you when life gets heavy. I want to celebrate your wins as if they were mine. I want to build something that honors God and lasts beyond us. And that's why this letter matters. It's not empty romance. It's not shallow passion. It's vision. They believe you are the good thing Proverbs 18:22 talks about, and they're ready to pursue you that way, not as a project, not as a possession, but as a partner. They've been through enough to know the difference between a temporary feeling and a permanent decision. And this is a decision. They want to lead with integrity, to protect you when needed, to stand with you always. Been refining themselves, breaking old habits, letting go of the past, becoming the kind of person who can love you well. They're not perfect, but they're ready to build, ready to commit. They wrote, I don't want to just be in your life, I want to be the one who stands beside you through all of it. I want to guard your peace. I want to cover you in prayer. I want to fight for us when it's hard. And these aren't just pretty words. They mean them. They're willing to show up when it's inconvenient, to choose you on the days that don't feel easy, to put in the work when emotions fade. They want to grow with you, laugh with you, age with you. This is deeper than attraction. This is about purpose, about building a life with meaning. They've been patient. They've been preparing. And now they're stepping forward. They want to give you their word and back it with their actions. They've counted the cost and still said yes. When you read their words, you'll know. You'll feel the weight of their sincerity. You'll feel the peace of God confirming it. No manipulation, no pressure, just conviction. This is the confirmation you prayed for. They are ready to partner with your calling, to guard your trust, to fight for your future. They see what you carry, and they respect it. They're not intimidated. They're inspired. They wrote, "I promise to pray with you before I panic. I promise to fight for you, not against you. I promise to lead when I should lead, and follow when I should follow. I promise to love you the way Christ loves the church, faithfully, sacrificially, without condition." They know marriage is a covenant, not a contract, and they're ready to honor that. They want your yes. But more than that, they want your peace, because they know peace is the sign. And here's what you need to know. They're not just asking for your hand. They're asking for your trust, your faith, your partnership. They want to build something worth protecting, something the next generation can look at and learn from. They're done hesitating, done running, done wondering. They're sure, and they're ready. When the letter comes, it won't be loud. It won't be flashy. It will be sincere. It will be clear. It will be real. And you'll know it's for you. Not because of the handwriting, but because of the peace you feel as you read. This is more than a letter. It's a blueprint for the life they want to build with you. They're not asking you to complete them. They're already whole. They're asking you to join them, to stand together, to walk in purpose, to finish the race side by side. And now it's coming. The words they've carried, the proposal they've prayed over, the moment they've prepared for it's on the way. They know love isn't just about feelings, it's about choices, daily, consistent choices. They want to be the man who chooses you every day, not just when it's easy, not just when it's exciting. They want to show up when it's inconvenient. They want to fight for you when life tries to pull you apart. They want to stand with you when storms hit, because they've been through storms before. They know what it's like to be left, standing alone, and they've decided they won't do that to you. This letter is their declaration, not to the world. To you, it's a statement that they've found the one worth giving their all to, and they're not holding back. They've looked at their past mistakes. They've faced their flaws. They've worked on the parts of themselves that used to get in the way. They've grown, and they're still growing, but now they feel ready. They wrote, "I don't just want to love you when you're at your best. I want to love you when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you feel like you have nothing left to give. I'll still be there." They see marriage as more than romance. They see it as ministry, a calling. They believe in building together, praying together, pushing each other higher. They want to protect the unity you have. They want to make sure no bitterness takes root. They want to handle conflict in a way that heals, not wounds. They've prayed about the way they'll lead. They've prayed about the way they'll serve. They've prayed about the way they'll love you. This isn't impulsive. It's intentional. They see the kind of woman you are. Strong, focused, faithful, and they know your value. They're not trying to win you just to say they did. They want to keep you by building trust every single day. They wrote, I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for partnership. For both of us to show up, even when it's messy. For us to fight for each other, not with each other. They're not afraid of the work marriage takes. They're afraid of living without the person they know God called them to. They've been carrying this decision in their spirit for a while, and now they're ready to put it in your hands. They're ready to give you a clear answer to the question you've silently had. Are they serious about me? The answer is yes, completely, without hesitation. When you read their words, you'll feel the weight of commitment, not the pressure of fear, the safety of certainty. They've counted the cost, and they still say you're worth it. They want to be the one who steadies you when life shakes, the one who celebrates your wins and helps carry your losses, the one who speaks life into you when you forget who you are. This isn't just love, it's loyalty. They've seen what happens when people take love for granted. They've decided they will not let that happen here. They wrote, I will never stop choosing you, even when emotions change, even when life tests us. My choice will not change. They want to lead you with humility, to learn from you with respect, to walk beside you with honor. They're not asking you to lose yourself in this. They're asking you to join yourself with them in a way that makes you both stronger. They believe you're better together, not because you complete each other, but because you complement each other. This letter is their start, but their actions will be the proof. They're ready to show you with consistency, with patience, with sacrifice. They want to build a home where peace lives, where God is honored, where children, if you have them, feel safe and loved. They know it won't always be easy, but they believe the hard days will be worth it, because they'll have you. They've prayed this prayer. God, if this is your will, make me the man she needs. And they believe God has been answering it. They're not rushing this letter to impress you. They've been preparing to keep the promises inside it. When you receive it, you'll see it's not just ink on paper. It's their heart, it's their future, it's their commitment, and they hope it becomes your yes. They're not sending this letter to impress you. They're sending it because they can't imagine life without you. They've measured their words carefully. Every line has a reason. Every promise is one they plan to keep. They didn't write this in a rush. They didn't write it for a reaction. They wrote it because they believe in the two of you. They know the weight of a vow. They know it's not something to play with. They know what it costs to honor it. They've been tested before. They've had to stand when it was easier to walk away. They've learned how to stay. They see you as more than a partner. You are their answered prayer, their safe place, their greatest challenge and their greatest gift. They wrote, I don't just want the good days. I want all the days. The ones that stretch us, the ones that test us, the ones that prove our love is real. They've been shaping their life to make room for you, clearing distractions, letting go of anything that could harm the relationship. They're building habits that last, financial stability, emotional maturity, spiritual strength. They want to lead from a place of wholeness, not brokenness. They want to love you from a place of strength, not desperation. They've been watching the way you move through the world, the way you treat people, the way you carry yourself, the way you hold your values even when it costs you something, and every time it's confirmed. You're the one they're not coming to take from you. They're coming to give, to pour into you, to multiply what you already carry. They wrote, I want to be your protector, your encourager, your safe place. I want you to know that no matter what comes, I'll be here, even in silence, even in storms, even in the dark. They believe in your calling. They're not intimidated by it. They want to make it stronger. They see your dreams. They see your battles. They see your victories, and they're ready to share in all of it. This isn't about control. It's about covering you, not holding you down, lifting you up. They've waited for a love like this, and they're not going to waste it. They're ready to be accountable to you, to God, to the life you build together. They've thought about the legacy they want to leave. They want that legacy to include you, not just as their wife, but as their partner in every sense of the word. They've pictured the life you could build, the home filled with peace, the table where prayers are said before meals, the late nights talking about your dreams. They've thought about the hard times too, the arguments, the misunderstandings, the challenges, and still they choose you. Because love isn't about avoiding hard times. It's about facing them together. They wrote, I don't want to win against you. I want us to win together. Every battle we face, yours will be mine, and mine will be yours. They want to grow old with you, not just in years, but in depth. They want your love to be richer at 80 than it was at 28. They're willing to change for the better, to admit when they're wrong, to keep learning how to love you well. This letter is more than a yes. It's a lifetime agreement. When you read it, you'll feel the peace, the same peace they felt when they decided to write it. And deep down, you'll know this is the one who's ready to walk with you all the way. They've replayed the moment they first saw you, how something inside of them shifted, how they knew you were different. At first, they didn't trust it. They didn't want to confuse attraction with calling. So they waited, they prayed, they watched, they learned, and the more they saw, the more they knew. You weren't just beautiful. You were grounded. You were real. You were rare. They admired the way you carried responsibility without losing your joy, the way you gave without expecting anything in return, the way you treated people who could give you nothing back, that told them everything they needed to know. You weren't playing a role. You were living your truth. They've been in relationships where it felt like a performance. This time, it's different. They're not here to compete with your independence. They're here to complement it, to bring stability where you need it, to be strength when you're tired. They wrote, you don't need me to be complete, but I believe God placed me in your life to make the journey lighter, to make the load easier, to make the wind sweeter. They don't just want to love you in the big moments. They want to love you in the quiet moments, the everyday, unglamorous parts of life, making coffee in the morning, praying together before bed, laughing in the kitchen over something small. They believe those moments are the real glue. They've watched couples fall apart because they stopped paying attention. They refuse to let that be your story. They're not promising there will never be tension. They're promising they'll never stop talking through it. They're not promising perfection. They're promising presence. They've seen love fade when people stop choosing it. So they've decided every day they will choose you. They'll choose to listen even when they feel defensive. They'll choose to forgive even when it's hard. They'll choose to stay when it would be easier to leave. This letter is their vow before the vow, the prelude to the promises they'll speak at the altar. They want you to read it and feel steady. Not because they say the right things, but because you know they mean them. They've worked to become the kind of man who can hold a love like this, and they'll keep working every day after. They wrote, "I will love you with my words, but I will prove it with my actions. I will honor you in public and in private. I will never make you question your place in my life." They know your heart has been tested before. They know trust doesn't come easy. They're not asking for blind trust. They're asking for the chance to earn it. They'll put in the time. They'll show the consistency. They'll let the fruit speak for itself. They want your family too. See the way they treat you and feel at peace. They want your friends to notice the glow in your eyes. They want you to feel safe enough to rest in the love you share. They're not just chasing the title of husband. They're building the substance to carry it well. When they think about the future, they see you there in every version of it. Through changes in seasons, through victories and losses, through all the unknowns life will throw, and they're ready to walk beside you, ready to protect what you build together, ready to love you without conditions. This letter is there. Yes, there now, there forever. And when you hold it in your hands, when you read it in your own voice, you'll know you are loved, you are chosen, and they are here to stay. And so, their words don't just end here. They live in the way they'll show up tomorrow and the next day, and every day after that. Because this isn't just a promise on paper. It's a life they're inviting you into, a home they're building. With you at the center, you are their answered prayer, their chosen person, their forever. If this letter moved you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of stories like this. Your next favorite one might just be waiting for you.